Hi everyone, just a message for all the AFC Wimbledon fans, friends and family. Just wanted to kind of drop you guys a message about what's happened with me for the last 3 weeks now regarding the matter that everyone knows about coronavirus. I wanted to kind of just let everyone know that it's everyone thinks it might be something that affects the older generation, people with underlying health issues, but this is not what I found. I found myself in a real bad way about 2 weeks ago tomorrow, and which led me to end up in hospital. I think kind of the fact that people think they're safe and this is not going to happen to you is kind of pretty not. It's understandable because it hasn't affected you yet. But I run a football academy now, and we've had numerous children affected by this virus. I've had numerous friends and family who've died from this awful kind of virus. So I just want to let you know that you're not safe. So it's really important to follow the government's guidelines, and that we can all kind of stick together in this difficult time, and come together, and it'll be over sooner rather than later. For me personally, first I developed with a little headache. Become a bit more, my whole head was aching. And within about 2 more days from that, I had a sore throat and a cough developed. It was a dry cough, so I couldn't follow through the cough because my breathing wasn't great. At first I thought it was kind of man flu because I didn't have the temperature that's been associated with it. I wasn't at any point hot or cold or fever or anything like that, so I just thought I was worrying a little bit. Then it kind of developed to a real kind of tight chest. Where I was struggling kind of to breathe. The cough had got more painful, and I was struggling for air. And then I had a little kind of knock around with my son again, still thinking I was ill. And just a couple of passes was really tight in my chest to a point where I thought someone was squeezing my chest, and it was really painful and I had to stop. Took an early night that night because I was shattered, and I woke up the next morning with no sense of smell or taste, which then for me in my head confirmed that I did have the virus, and obviously self-isolated since then. It'd be interesting to say that up to that point I hadn't had any contact with other people. I was using alcohol wipes. I thought I was being safe. I was in the house pretty much the whole time, and I'd only gone to the shops a couple of times where I kept away from people, watched what I touched. So for me it was quite worrying how I got this, and I still don't know how I got it. And obviously I've not retired that long ago. So I'm pretty fit and healthy and youngish, so I'm not in a demographic which everyone thinks that you're vulnerable to this virus. Back to how the kind of thing, the illness progressed. So this, after about 4 or 5 days, it took another couple of days, and I was really struggling to talk. I couldn't get a couple of words out. I was really struggling to breathe, and when even breathing was making my chest feel so tight, it was physically painful, very painful. And that's the point when I called 111 just for a bit of advice initially, and they transferred me to 999. To end up in hospital, and thankfully for me, because I'm fit and healthy, my breathing oxygen levels were sufficient enough to be released. And obviously I've put an inhaler there, regular inhaler, which I needed. Every 3 hours is probably not recommended, but I need it just to be able to open my chest and be able to breathe. And so that's been the way for now. The last kind of 2 weeks, will be 2 weeks this Thursday, which is tomorrow. And then I'm still kind of recovering. I've still got a bit of a headache and things like that. So the recovery process is pretty long. So what I'd say to you is just stay in, self-isolate. It won't be forever. Listen to the government's guidelines. Keep up to date with what they're recommending. Don't listen to the press too much because everyone's got their kind of own agenda. Just do the right thing. We'll come together this time, and it'll be over sooner rather than later. I wish you all safe. All the best.